Listen up, because I'm about to drop some truth that will shift your entire perspective. You're sitting there, heart heavy, mind racing, thinking about those people who hurt you, betrayed you, disrespected you, made you feel small. You're tempted to plot, to scheme, to get even. But let me tell you something. The best revenge isn't what you think. It's not about sinking to their level, throwing shade, or wasting your energy on their low vibe nonsense. No, darling, the best revenge is living so fiercely, so unapologetically, that your success becomes their worst nightmare. First, let's get one thing straight. People who hurt you, they're already losing. They're operating from a place of insecurity, jealousy, or just plain misery. Happy, fulfilled people don't go around trying to tear others down. So why would you let their toxicity rent space in your mind? Evict them right now. You don't have time for that. You're too busy building an empire, chasing your dreams, and becoming the person they could only wish to be. The real revenge, it's leveling up. It's waking. Listen, you beautiful soul, let's dive deep into this truth bomb. Refusing to stoop to the level of those who hurt you is the ultimate power move. You're out here maybe feeling the sting of betrayal, the burn of someone's words, or the weight of their actions trying to dim your shine. And I get it. Trust me, I do. That fire inside you wants to clap back to show them they can't mess with you and walk away unscathed. You're tempted to plot some petty revenge, to throw shade, or to spend your precious energy crafting the perfect comeback. But hold up, because I'm about to save you from wasting your glow on people who don't deserve a single second of your time. The best way to win, don't play their game. Rise above their low vibe nonsense and protect your peace like it's the most expensive thing you own, because it is. Let's break this down. When someone hurts you, whether it's a friend who stabbed you in the back, a partner who disrespected you, or even a random person who thought they could tear you down, their actions say way more about them than they do about you. Hurt people hurt people. That's not a cliche, it's a fact. They're out here acting small because they feel small. They're projecting their insecurities, their jealousy, their lack of self-worth onto you. And you're a radiant, powerful being who doesn't need to get in the mud with them to prove your worth. Stooping to their level is like trading your diamonds for dirt. Why would you do that? You're not here to wrestle with pigs. You're here to soar. Think about it. Every time you entertain the idea of getting even, you're giving them power. You're letting them control your emotions, your time, your energy. That's what they want. People who hurt you thrive on your reaction. They want to see you rattled, upset, or dragged down to their miserable little corner of the world. Don't give them dissatisfaction. When you respond with anger or pettiness, you're playing right into their hands. You're letting them dictate the narrative of your life. And let me tell you something. You're the main character in your story, not them. So why would you let some background character steal your spotlight? Refusing to engage in their drama is you taking back your power. It's you saying, I'm too busy building my empire to waste a single breath on you. Now, I know what you're thinking, but they deserve to feel the consequences. And yeah, maybe they do, but karma doesn't need your help to do its job. The universe always has a way of balancing things out. Those people who hurt you, they're already carrying the weight of their own toxic energy. Their actions are their punishment. While they're out here spreading negativity, you're out here growing, glowing, and stepping into your highest self. That's the kind of revenge that hits different. It's silent, it's powerful, and it's unstoppable. You don't need to throw shade when your light is so bright it blinds them.
Let's talk about what happens when you choose not to stoop to their level. First, you protect your energy. Energy is your currency, babe. It's what fuels your dreams, your creativity, your ability to show up as the best version of yourself. When you waste it on people who don't matter, you're robbing yourself of the fuel you need to chase your goals. Imagine you're running a marathon. Your life, your purpose, your destiny is the finish line. Are you gonna stop halfway to argue with someone in the crowd who's heckling you? No way. You keep running. You keep your eyes on the prize. That's what refusing to engage looks like. It's choosing yourself over their drama.
Second, you set a standard. When you refuse to play their game, you're showing the world and yourself what you're made of. You're declaring that you're not here for the petty stuff. You're here for the big stuff. You're here to build a life that's so full of purpose and joy that their nonsense can't touch you. People notice that. The right people, your tribe, your supporters, The ones who see your worth will gravitate towards you because you're radiating strength and self-respect. And the ones who hurt you, they'll see you thriving and realize they can't touch you anymore. That's when they start to feel the sting of their own irrelevance. Let's get practical for a second. How do you actually do this? How do you resist the urge to clap back when every fiber of your being wants to? Start by creating distance. Block, mute, delete, whatever you need to do to remove their presence from your life. You don't need to see their posts, hear their voice, or deal with their energy. Next, redirect your focus. Every time you catch yourself thinking about them, shift your attention to something that serves you. Work on that project you've been putting off. Hit the gym, journal your goal, pour your energy into something that makes you feel alive. Over time, those thoughts about them will fade and you'll wonder why you ever cared in the first place. Another key, forgive, but don't forget. Forgiveness isn't about letting them off the hook. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of carrying their baggage. You don't have to wish them well or pretend they didn't hurt you. You just have to release the hold their actions have on your heart. And don't forget what they showed you. Use it as a lesson. Let it make you wiser, stronger, and more discerning about who you let into your circle. You're not closing your heart. You're just upgrading your boundaries. Here's the thing, refusing to stoop to their level doesn't mean you're weak. It's the opposite. It takes real strength to walk away from drama, to choose peace over chaos, to prioritize your growth over their nonsense. It's you saying, I'm too valuable to waste my time on this. And that's the energy you need to carry every single day. You're not here to prove anything to them. You're here to prove everything to yourself. Every time you choose not to engage, you're choosing your future, your happiness, your power. So the next time someone tries to hurt you, remember this, their actions are a reflection of their own inner mess, not your worth. Don't let them pull you into their storm. Stay in your sunshine. Keep your head high, your standards higher, and your focus on the life you're building. The best way to show them they can't break you, don't break, don't bend, don't lower yourself to their level. Rise so high that they can't even see you anymore. That's not just revenge, it's a revolution. It's you reclaiming your power and living a life so bold, so brilliant, that their existence becomes nothing more than a footnote in your story. You've got this. Alright, let's get real. You absolute powerhouse. You're sitting there, maybe still feeling the sting of someone who tried to dim your light, someone who hurt you, betrayed you, or made you feel like you're anything less than the star you are. You might be tempted to get even, to show them they messed with the wrong one. But let me drop some truth that's going to set you free. The most savage, most undeniable revenge isn't some petty clapback or a moment of shade. No, darling, the best revenge is your success. It's you living so fiercely, so unapologetically, so brilliantly that your glow becomes their worst nightmare. Your success is the kind of revenge that hits deep, silent, and permanent. Because when you're thriving, they can't touch you, and that's the ultimate flex. Let's break this down. When someone hurts you, they're banking on you crumbling. They want to see you stuck, broken, or distracted by their nonsense. They're hoping their words or actions will keep you small, keep you doubting yourself, keep you playing in their low vibe arena. But you're not built for that. You're built for greatness. The moment you decide to channel all that energy, every ounce of anger, pain, or frustration into building your dreams, you've already won. Success isn't just about money or fame, though. Let's be real, those are nice. It's about becoming the fullest, most authentic version of yourself. It's about living a life so vibrant that their existence becomes irrelevant. That's the kind of revenge that doesn't need a single word to cut deep. Picture this. While they're out there stewing in their own toxicity, you are out here leveling up. You're starting that business, getting that degree, healing your heart, or walking into rooms that they could only dream of entering. Every step you take toward your goals is a slap in the face to their attempts to bring you down. They thought they could break you? Nah, they just gave you fuel. Every time you achieve something big or small, you're proving to them, to yourself, and to the universe that their actions couldn't stop you. That's power. That's revenge. Not the kind that leaves you drained or bitter, but the kind that leaves you shining brighter than ever. Let's talk about why this works. People who hurt you are often driven by their own insecurities. They see your potential, your light, your magic, and it threatens them. They lash out because they're scared of what you're capable of. So when you succeed, when you step into your power and start living your best life, it's like holding a mirror up to their failures. Your success highlights their inability to keep you down. It shows them that their words, their actions, their betrayal, it didn't stop you. It didn't define you. It didn't even slow you down. You kept going and now you're thriving in ways they can't comprehend. That's the kind of revenge that keeps them up at night. Now let's get practical. How do you make this happen? How do you turn your pain into power and your hurt into hustle? First, get crystal clear on what you want. What's your vision? What's the life you're building? Write it down, dream it up, make it so vivid you can taste it. Maybe it's launching that project you've been dreaming of, getting in the best shape of your life, or simply finding peace within yourself. Whatever it is, make it yours. That vision is your North Star, and it's going to guide you when the hurt tries to pull you back. Let's take action. Every single day, do something, anything that moves you closer to your goals. It doesn't have to be huge. Small steps compound. Read a book that inspires you. Take a course. Network with people who lift you up. Work on your mindset. The key is consistency. Every action you take is a brick in the empire you're building. And every brick makes you stronger. When you're focused on your growth, the people who hurt you start to fade into the background. They become irrelevant because you're too busy creating a life that's bigger than their drama. Here's the thing, success as revenge isn't about proving anything to them. It's about proving everything to yourself. It's about looking in the mirror and knowing you didn't let their toxicity define you. You didn't let their betrayal stop you. You took their attempt to break you and turned it into the foundation for your comeback. That's what makes this so powerful. You're not doing it for them, they're doing it for you. But the fact that it drives them wild, that's just a bonus. Let's talk about the energy shift that happens when you focus on success. When you're out here chasing your dreams, you radiate a different kind of vibe. You're not carrying the weight of resentment or anger anymore. You're light, you're free, you're unstoppable. People notice that. The right people, your supporters, your tribe will be drawn to you because you're living with purpose. And the ones who hurt you, they'll see you thriving and it'll hit them harder than any comeback ever could. They'll see you living a life they can't touch, and that's when they realize they lost the game they didn't even know they were playing.
One more thing, don't wait for the pain to go away before you start. You don't need to feel ready to begin. The hurt, the anger, the betrayal, it's all fuel. Use it. Let it push you to work harder, dream bigger, and show up fiercer. Every time you feel that pang of what they did, channel it into your hustle. Turn their negativity into your motivation. They thought they could stop you. Show them they just lit a fire under you. Show them you're unstoppable.
This kind of revenge isn't loud or flashy. It's not about posting cryptic quotes or trying to make them jealous. It's deeper than that. It's about living so well that their opinion of you doesn't matter anymore. It's about building a life so full of joy, purpose, and success that their existence is just a blip on your radar. You're not here to play small or get caught up in their mess. You're here to rise, to shine, to become everything you were meant to be. And when you do that, you've already won. Your success is the loudest statement you'll ever make. So go out there, chase your dreams, and let your life be the revenge they never saw coming. You've got this.
Alright, Team Radiant Soul, let's dive into something that's going to set you free in ways you didn't even know you needed. When someone hurts you, betrays you, disrespects you, or tries to dim your light, it's so easy to let their toxicity take up residence in your mind. You replay their words, their actions, their betrayal like a broken record. And before you know it, they're living rent-free in your head, stealing your peace and your power. But here's the truth bomb. The most powerful thing you can do is evict those people from your mind. Kick them out, lock the door, and don't let them back in. Your mind is your sacred space, and it's time to protect it like it's a palace because, babe, you're royalty and you don't have time for squatters. Let's get real for a second. When someone hurts you, it's natural to obsess over it. You're human. You're lying in bed at night thinking about what they said, what they did, how they made you feel. You're imagining confrontations, crafting the perfect comeback, or wondering why they did you dirty. But every single moment you spend thinking about them is a moment you're giving them power over you. It's a moment you're not spending on yourself, your dreams, your goals, your happiness. Those people who hurt you, They don't deserve a VIP pass to your thoughts. They don't get to control your narrative. You're the author of your story, and it's time to write them out of it. Here's the thing, letting them live in your mind doesn't hurt them, it hurts you. They're out there probably not even thinking about you while you're letting their actions eat away at your peace. Why are you giving them that kind of real estate? Your mind is prime property, and it should be filled with things that serve you, your vision, your passions, your growth. Not their drama, not their negativity, not their betrayal. Evicting them from your mind is about reclaiming your mental space and saying, this is mine and you don't get to mess with it anymore. That's not just revenge, it's liberation. So how do you do it? How do you stop the mental loop of their nonsense and take back your power? First, recognize that their actions are not your burden to carry. What they did to you, that's their karma, not yours. You don't have to hold on to the pain to prove it happened. You don't have to keep replaying it to justify how you feel. Acknowledge the hurt, feel it, but then let it go. Letting go doesn't mean you're excusing what they did. It means you're choosing yourself over their chaos. It means you're refusing to let their toxicity define your inner world. Next, create boundaries, and I mean ironclad ones. If they're still in your life, whether it's physically, on social media, or even through mutual connections, cut the cord, block them, mute them, delete their number. You don't need to see their post, hear their voice, or deal with their energy. Out of sight, out of mind. Isn't just a saying, it's a strategy. When you remove that presence from your daily life, you're making it easier for your mind to let go of them. You're creating space for thoughts that actually matter, thoughts that lift you up instead of dragging you down. Now let's talk about redirecting your focus, because this is where the magic happens. Every time you catch yourself thinking about them, stop and pivot, shift your attention to something that serves you. Maybe it's working on that project you've been dreaming about. Maybe it's hitting the gym and getting stronger. Maybe it's journaling your goals or meditating to clear your mind. The key is to replace their negativity with something positive, something that moves you closer to the life you want. It's like changing the channel in your brain. Stop playing their drama and tune into your glow up. Here's a pro tip. Gratitude is your secret weapon. When you start feeling that anger or hurt creep in, pause and think of 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as the coffee you had this morning, the sun on your face, or the fact that you're still standing despite what they tried to do to you. Gratitude shifts your energy. It reminds you that your life is bigger than their betrayal. It pulls you out of their orbit and puts you back in your own. And trust me, the more you practice this, the less space they'll take up in your head. Another thing, forgive. But don't forget, forgiveness isn't about letting them off the hook. It's about freeing yourself from the weight of their actions. You don't have to wish them well or pretend everything's fine. You just have to release the grip that hurt has on you. Think of it like decluttering your mind. You're not keeping their mess around, but you're also not forgetting the lesson. Use what they did to make you wiser, to set better boundaries, to choose better people to surround yourself with. Their hurt doesn't get to define you, it gets to refine you. Let's be clear, evicting them from your mind takes practice. It's not a one and done thing. Some days their memory might sneak back in, and that's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Just notice it, redirect your focus, and keep moving forward. Over time, those thoughts will fade. They'll lose their power. You'll start to realize you haven't thought about them in days, then weeks, then months. And that's when you know you've won. You've taken back your mind, your peace, your power. You've made it clear that they don't get to live in your head anymore. But this is about more than just letting go. It's about claiming your space. Your mind is where your dreams are born, where your confidence grows, where your future takes shape. Don't let someone who hurt you steal that from you. Kick them out. Fill that space with love for yourself, with ambition, with joy. Every time you choose to focus on you instead of them, you're winning. You're building a life so full, so vibrant, that their existence becomes a distant memory. That's the kind of revenge that doesn't just hurt them, it heals you. So protect your mind like it's your greatest asset, because it is. You've got this. Alright, you absolute legend. Let's dive into the final piece of this truth bomb that's going to set your soul on fire. When someone hurts you, stabs you in the back, disrespects you, or tries to dim your light, it's easy to internalize it, to let their actions make you question your worth. But here's the real talk. Their behavior is not about you. It's about them. Recognizing that people who hurt you are acting from their own insecurities, jealousy, or misery is a game changer. It's like flipping on a light switch in a dark room. You see their actions for what they truly are, a reflection of their own brokenness, not a measure of your value. When you get this, when you really get it, you take your power back. And that's the kind of revenge that hits harder than any comeback ever could.
Let's break it down. People who go out of their way to hurt others aren't walking around feeling like they're winning at life. Happy, secure, fulfilled people don't waste their energy tearing others down. They're too busy living their truth, spreading love, and building something meaningful. So when someone betrays you, lies to you, or tries to make you feel small, it's because something inside them is off. Maybe they're jealous of your light, your potential, your confidence. Maybe they're wrestling with their own failures and can't stand to see you shine. Or maybe they're just lost in their own misery and don't know how to climb out, so they try to pull you down with them. Whatever it is, it's their baggage, not yours. Stop carrying it.
This realization is like putting on a pair of glasses that let you see through their nonsense, their words, their actions, their betrayal. It's not a judgment on your worth. It's a billboard advertising their own struggles. Think about it. When was the last time you saw someone who's truly confident, truly at peace, go out of their way to hurt someone else? Never. Because people who are secure in themselves don't need to dim anyone else's light to feel good. So when someone tries to hurt you, it's because your brilliance is threatening their darkness, your success, your energy, your vibe. It's shining a spotlight on their insecurities and they can't handle it. That's their problem, not yours. Here's why this is so powerful. When you recognize that their actions come from their own issues, you stop taking it personally. You stop letting their hurt define you. You realize that their attempt to bring you down was never about your flaws. It was about their fears. And once you see that, you're free. You don't have to waste energy defending yourself or proving your worth to them. You don't have to spiral into self-doubt or wonder what you did wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You were just being your radiant self and they couldn't handle it. That's not a reflection of your value. It's a reflection of their weakness. So how do you use this to your advantage? How do you turn this realization into the ultimate revenge? First, let it empower you. Knowing that their actions stem from their own insecurities gives you permission to stop caring about their opinion. Their words lose their sting when you see them for what they are. A cry for help from someone who's struggling with themselves. You don't need their validation because their judgment was never valid in the first place. You're not here to fix their insecurities. You're here to live your truth. So let their behavior be a reminder of your power, not a reason to doubt it. Next, use their weakness as your fuel. Let it push you to shine even brighter. They thought they could dim your light. Show them just how bright you can glow. Every time you feel the weight of their actions, remind yourself, this isn't about me. This is about them. Then channel that energy into something that makes you unstoppable. Work on your goals. Chase your dreams. Build a life so full of purpose and joy that their existence becomes a distant memory. Their weakness doesn't get to slow you down. It gets to motivate you to rise higher. Here's a practical step. Reframe their actions in your mind. Instead of thinking they hurt me because I'm not enough, tell yourself they hurt me because they're not enough for themselves. Write it down if you have to. Say it out loud. Repeat it until it sinks in. This isn't about arrogance, it's about truth. Their behavior is a mirror of their inner world, not yours. When you internalize this, you stop letting their actions chip away at your confidence. You start seeing yourself as the powerful, worthy, incredible person you are, and their hurt becomes irrelevant. Another key, don't try to fix them. That's not your job. You can't change their insecurities or heal their misery. You can't make them see your worth and they're too caught up in their own mess. And you don't have to. Your energy is too precious to spend on someone who's not ready to receive it. Instead, pour that energy into yourself. Invest in your growth, your happiness, your future. Surround yourself with people who see your value and lift you up, not people who try to tear you down to feel better about themselves. This mindset shift is your secret weapon. It's quiet, it's powerful, and it's the kind of revenge that doesn't require you to say a word. When you recognize that their hurt comes from their weakness, you stop giving them power over you. You stop letting their actions dictate how you feel about yourself. And when you do that, you're not just winning, you're thriving. You're living a life so bold, so authentic, that their attempts to hurt you look pathetic in comparison. They tried to bring you down, but all they did was show you how strong you are. So the next time someone hurts you, don't let it shake you. See it for what it is, a reflection of their own struggles, not your worth. Let that truth set you free. Keep shining, keep rising, keep being the incredible person you were always meant to be. Your worth isn't up for debate, and it's definitely not defined by someone else's weakness. You're here to live your truth, not to carry their baggage. So drop it, walk away, and let your life be the loudest, most powerful response to their hurt. You got this.